Is this a transition or a transformation? So from my perspective, and when I hear energy transition, I think, personally, I think that means how do we eliminate the effects of combustion on the environment? That's what I think. But I fear what society hears is how do we eliminate fossil fuels and keep them in the ground? There's a big difference between those two perspectives. If we keep oil and gas in the ground, we're going to have a hell of a time producing cement, steel, fertilizer, plastics. I haven't seen a solar panel spit out an N95 mask yet. And I certainly haven't seen a wind turbine manufacture a Tesla car. So those two things can't happen. So unless the rules of physics and chemistry have been altered in the last, what feels like year or two, I don't think that's the case, we got to do something different. We got to start telling the story about why we can't leave it in the ground, and we can produce oil and gas with no emission. It's possible today. It was possible 20 years ago. And for a bunch of reasons, I think we could get into a great discussion here, and I hope we get into it, that's around policy and public information and rhetoric. There's reasons we're not doing that today. And if you don't believe me about leaving things in the ground and what the effect would have on things like energy prices and consumer products, just look to Germany today, and you can see that the electricity price to the consumer at the end of the day, I think in the last 3 or 4 years has seen an 8x multiple associated with it, an 8x increase. Imagine that. 8 times the price of electricity, and I think just in a matter of a few years.